Hello and good evening. Thank you, students and families, for joining us today for today's Probe Virtual College Fair. We have some great panelists ready to speak about their institution. At this time, as you are entering our virtual session, you may notice that your microphone and audio and camera are off. However, during this whole session, you are able to contact our panelists via the Q&A button with any questions you may have. If you have a specific question for one school, feel free to address them in your question in the Q&A. This session will be recorded and available on our website. Also want to share that we will have another session similar to tonight's event, and you can sign up for that session on our website at strivescan.com/pro. Now, in the meantime, I'd like to turn over the camera to our first presenter, Duke Kunshan University.
Alrighty, thanks for that introduction. I'm going to quickly share my screen. Okay, thanks everyone. My name's Emily Gruby, and I am a global recruitment officer at Duke Kunshan University, which is a joint venture institution that Duke University here in Durham, North Carolina, opened in China. It is a liberal arts campus that is, all classes are conducted in English, and you do spend most of your time in China, but you do have the opportunity as well to spend a semester here in North Carolina at Duke's campus too. And then when you graduate, you do get degrees from both Duke University and Duke Kunshan University. And I'll go into a little bit more about the location, but before I dive into that, I do want to point out that I have a QR code on each of the slides. I know we only have 6 minutes here, so this will link you to our virtual campus tours as well as our virtual info sessions that last a little bit longer than 45 minutes. And my contact information as well is on here, and I'm the recruitment officer for the state of Georgia, so I do hope that you'll reach out with any questions. So I mentioned that we are in China, but China is a big country, so I'll give you a little glimpse into where specifically we are. It is in the city of Kunshan, which is about 20 minutes outside of Shanghai or Suzhou by high-speed rail. So Shanghai, of course, is like one of the biggest cities in the world, and Suzhou is about the population of New York City. And then Kunshan itself is, a hub for high-tech manufacturing and research. And even though it's considered to be a small city by Chinese standards, it's still about 2 million people. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities within the city itself. So I mentioned that we are a liberal arts and sciences institution, but we are trying to reinvent the traditional notion of a liberal arts college by really focusing on experiential and interdisciplinary learning. One way we've done this is through our blended disciplines, and I'll give you a glimpse into our majors in just a little bit. But those all are kind of stemmed in arts and humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences. So no matter what you're majoring in, you'll definitely take classes from all of those areas. And many of our classes are even team taught by professors from different departments. I mentioned experiential, so we do really want you to get out of the classroom as well. Our academic week is just Monday through Thursday, so Fridays are actually meant for co-curricular learning, whether that be research with a faculty member, field trips with professors, career treks with our career center. There's all sorts of cool opportunities to take advantage of those Fridays off. We also have a pretty innovative semester schedule. So we have kind of a hybrid between the US academic calendar and the Chinese academic calendar. We do run August to December like Duke does, and then have a winter break and come back from January to May. But each semester is split into 2 7-week terms. So you're only taking, a few classes at a time, not quite the typical like 4 or 5 that you may be taking at a regular institution. It is a little bit more intensive because it is, essentially crammed into 7 weeks, but you're not focusing on quite as many at a time. And so there are quite a few breaks throughout the semester as well and throughout those sessions, and our students definitely take advantage of those to travel around China and travel around Asia too, because it is really affordable and accessible to travel once you're already there. Our students come from all over the world. We have currently have over 50 nationalities represented from 6 continents. I'm totally biased, but I think our students are some of the coolest and most innovative students that I've ever met. We have over 60 student organizations that they've started. And I should have mentioned also at the beginning that we are a new institution. We just opened in 2013 with our graduate programs, but just started bringing in undergrads a few years ago. So we haven't actually even had a graduating class yet, and they've already created all of these student organizations. So they are, again, very impressive. I like to remind students that all of our classes are taught in English. You don't have to know any Chinese prior to enrolling. You will study Chinese as an international student once you arrive, but again, the majority of our students have never taken Chinese, so you will just start once you get there. We have a 7-to-1 student faculty ratio, which really allows for close mentorship relationships with faculty. Over 20% of our students have done research with a faculty member, and many have done that in their freshman year. We do have complete academic freedom. I know when you think China, you may think censorship and not being able to pursue the studies that you want. However, as a joint venture institution, we are allowed to teach what we want in the classroom and talk about what we want. And with that comes free and open internet. So websites that are typically blocked in China are not blocked on our campus. So here's a brief glimpse into our majors. All the underlined words are the actual majors, and the hollow bullet points underneath are the individual disciplinary tracks within those majors. And all of this is on our website as well. We are on the Common App. It'll open up in August, and we do have 2 application rounds. Early decision, which is binding. It usually closes around the 1st or 2nd of November, and then regular decision will close in early January. All students who apply will be automatically considered for scholarships and financial aid. And we do award substantial financial aid and scholarships up to full tuition. So don't let that Duke tuition scare you. Everyone is automatically considered, like I said, for that merit-based aid. And then we also award a good bit of need-based aid based on your CSS profile. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. I appreciate you taking the time to check us out this evening, but I do hope that you'll also look into some of our longer sessions and our virtual campus tour as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Duke. Up next, we have University of South Florida.
Sorry about that. Okay, let me share it again. I'm so sorry. Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie. I am an out-of-state recruiter advisor at the University of South Florida. So a little bit about USF. We are one university geographically distributed in the greater Tampa Bay area. We do have 3 different campuses. So when you think of a big D1 university, you'll think of the Tampa campus. We do have our other 2 campuses in St. Petersburg and Sarasota. They offer a lot of the same advantages as the Tampa campus, just much smaller class sizes, more close-knit learning environments. Our total enrollment is over 50,000 students. Again, a majority of those are going to be on the Tampa campus. Even though the Tampa campus is quite large, we are still able to keep that student to faculty ratio at 21:1 with an average class size of 33 students. One of our biggest points of pride, you'll hear us say a lot, our points of pride, things we're proud of, but one of those is definitely our diversity. 41.5% of USF students come from diverse backgrounds. So we have students coming from all 50 states and students coming from over 140 different countries. Another awesome thing about USF, we do offer over 200 different majors and concentrations for students. So I feel like there's something for every student at USF. All those different majors and concentrations fall under our different USF colleges, and I have those here listed for you. Just to name some of our most popular, I would definitely say Muma College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Marine Science, since we are right next to like Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach, and Siesta Key Beach. So a lot of those students get that hands-on training. But then also College of Nursing probably being our most competitive major. Another point of pride with us, we did earn a title as being one of America's fastest rising universities. We were now ranked number 46 among public universities, and we got that from the US News and World Report, excuse me. A little bit more about USF and what I think is important is student life, campus life. I think that's an important aspect on any college campus. At USF, we do have over 700 different student clubs and organizations for students to get involved in. So they can be academic based, religious based, or fun based. Students are also able to start their own clubs on campus. So I've heard of a Harry Potter group, for instance. A group of girls started a I Heart Chocolate Lovers group on campus, which is definitely one that I could get behind. So there's something for every student at USF. We do typically have over 1,000 different on-campus events each year. So it could be guest speakers, different concerts. We usually have our Bulls Market Day on the quad every Wednesday. Fun events like that where students can promote their different clubs. We are a member of the NCAA Division I athletics, but we also do have recreation and intramural sports for students. We have several different restaurants on campus. I know we have 5 different Starbucks spread across the campus, and we did just open our very own on-campus Publix grocery store, which is really convenient. It's right next to the housing, the dorms on campus, so students can get their groceries and then walk back to their dorms. But a little bit more about academics. I know I mentioned we have 200 different majors for students. But throughout all those different majors, we actually offer research experience for students starting their freshman year, so they can get involved in a research project their freshman year, possibly have that published by the time they graduate. We also do have our Judy Genshaft Honors College. We have our own study abroad office for students and access to local, national, and global internships. So a little bit more housing. We do have housing on the Tampa campus and St. Pete campus. And freshmen are not limited to any one housing style. So we have your traditional style. If students want something a little bit more independent living, we do have your suite style and apartment styles. Throughout all the different styles of housing, we do offer living learning communities for students. So it's kind of nice students can live with, be roommates with, or live near students that are studying the same thing or have similar interests and hobbies. All right, I'll get into our admissions information. So for us, you can apply online or through the coalition or common application, and we don't take preference on whichever way you choose to apply. We do have the application fee of $30, or you can submit a fee waiver. So we accept ACT, SAT, or NACAC. And then we'll just need your official high school transcript and your official standardized test scores. So we take ACT and or SAT, and we will super score both. These are just some deadlines for us. I did put the fall 21 cycle, but I also, for juniors, obviously fall 22. So we have a priority deadline. It's November 1st. And then the most important deadline is going to be that scholarship deadline, January 15th. You just want to make sure you have your application completed by then. So, your payment, your high school transcript and test score, so you can be in the running for the merit-based scholarships. And our merit-based scholarships are actually right here for our out-of-state students. So again, you don't apply to these separately as long as you have the criteria here is yours. And I can send this in the chat. This is just one last thing. I'm really happy to share a point of pride is our cost of attendance is very low. It's actually one of the lowest in the country. So yay. And then here's my email right here, guys. It's just kanej@usf.edu. So please reach out if you have any other questions and I'll check the chat. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, South Florida. Up next, we have Winthrop University.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am going to share my screen real quick. And I actually do just have a quick video. Please let me know if you cannot hear it.
My name is Elizabeth, and I am an admissions counselor for Winthrop University. Winthrop is a public, comprehensive university that is ranked 8th by U.S. News and World Report among Southern public universities and in the top 25 of public and private institutions in the region. Through an educational experience that blends liberal arts, professional programs, global awareness, and civic engagement, Winthrop will help you develop the knowledge, skills, and values that will enrich your life and prepare you for all the future holds. Founded in 1886, Winthrop offers bachelor's and master's degrees through both on-campus and online programs. Our historic and scenic campus is located in Rock Hill, South Carolina, just 20 minutes south of Charlotte. Our traditions of national caliber academics, championship athletics, and student-centered achievements create a campus community that is known for its diversity, excellence, and family atmosphere. With just under 6,000 students and over 40 different undergraduate majors, there is a place for everyone academically. Recently introduced programs such as data science, digital information design, applied software development, and educational studies ensures that students have a variety of paths to choose from. Winthrop is one of 37 institutions nationally with all 5 performing arts programs: music, theater, art, dance, and design. With over 100 performances throughout the academic year, students are continuously getting to showcase their talent within the College of Visual and Performing Arts. The College of Arts and Sciences is home to the Center for Public Opinion and Policy Research, as well as the West Forum on Politics and Policy. Students have the opportunity to start undergraduate research as early as their freshman year and even earlier through programs such as Eagle STEM. Experiential learning is showcased in every department on campus via student research, study abroad, internships, and community outreach. Student life is an integral component of the campus community and provides opportunities for individual growth and is dedicated to the development of an inclusive community. Student life helps to cultivate tomorrow's service-oriented and civic-minded leaders. With over 160 different student organizations, 40 intramural sports teams, 18 Greek organizations, and 16 NCAA Division I sports teams, students have a variety of activities to choose from to fill their days. There are 2 options when applying to Winthrop: with ACT or SAT scores or without, known as test optional. First, let's look at how to apply with test scores. For this option, the 3 required materials to complete your application are: 1. A completed online application, 2. Your high school transcript, and 3. Your official SAT or ACT scores. The important thing to note here is that your scores need to be official and sent directly from the respective testing agency. Now let's look at how to apply without test scores, the test optional route. For this option, you will also submit 3 materials, 2 of which will be the same as the previous application route. 1, a complete online application, and 2, your high school transcript. The third item required for this option will be a short answer essay for which a prompt will be provided. At any point during the application process, you can check your status and any missing materials by logging into your Winthrop status portal. While Winthrop accepts applications on a rolling basis, there are important deadlines to remember. Fall priority deadline is November 1st. Spring priority deadline, as well as Winthrop's scholarship deadline, is February 1st. Winthrop Merit Scholarships are awarded automatically based on your academic performance information. To be eligible for these scholarships, all of your required application materials must be submitted by February 1st of the year for which you are applying. Winthrop also offers other scholarship awards such as Visual and Performing Arts, Athletic, Community Service, and major or program-specific scholarships. Winthrop scholarships are offered to in- and out-of-state students. Any out-of-state student who is awarded a Winthrop scholarship will also receive what's known as the out-of-state tuition grant. This grant covers the difference of in-state and out-of-state tuition, essentially allowing the student to pay the in-state tuition cost. To learn more about specific Winthrop Scholarship Awards, please contact the Office of Admissions. Come visit with us. Winthrop is currently holding limited capacity in-person tours during the week, as well as 2 in-person Saturday visit options each month. To ensure safety, Winthrop requires all tour participants to wear masks and to socially distance, and registered students must submit a health screening form. Virtual visit options are also available, each led by one of our admissions counselors. Visit our website to find open dates. Thank you for learning more about Winthrop. We hope to see you soon and look forward to receiving your application.
Thank you, Winthrop. Up next, we have Georgia State University. As a reminder to students and families, please feel free to write any questions you may have in the Q&A, and you can even directly address a specific school if that is what you're looking for.
Thank you. So good evening, everybody. My name is Alex Thomas. I am one of the Assistant Directors of Admissions at Georgia State University. I know that you all have heard a lot about college rankings tonight, and so I'm going to throw some more rankings at you just to kind of give you a better idea of where Georgia State lands in terms of the national landscape. We are currently ranked the top public university for our commitment to undergraduate teaching, which is a pretty big deal considering the size of the university. So we're officially now the largest university in terms of enrollment in the state of Georgia. We have over 53,000 students across all of our campuses. We have 6 campuses in total. Our main campus is located in downtown Atlanta, which makes us unique. It's a very urban campus. We're also number 2 for being most innovative. Much of that can be attributed to what we're accomplishing when it comes to student success. So making sure that our students feel supported after they enroll at Georgia State is a big deal to us. And we make sure we have a lot of academic support services in place to make sure no one's left behind. We also rank top 5 for having best first year experience. And we're also one of the fastest growing research universities in the entire country. So last year alone, we raised about $140 million across different grants for undergraduate research. We also offer over 250 different majors across the university. We have 10 different academic colleges altogether. So this spans from our College of Business to our School of Policy Studies. Our College of the Arts and Sciences is the largest one. Our law school is consistently ranked as one of the most affordable in the entire country. So if you are interested in going to law school, we actually have an accelerated track. If you're a part of our honors college, where you actually complete your undergraduate studies in 3 years, and then what would be your 4th year is actually your first year of law school. And the cool thing is, because we offer so many different majors, you don't feel pressured to actually choose a major as an incoming freshman. You have plenty of opportunities to really explore, find out what you're passionate about after your freshman year. We also have a lot of great partnerships with the Atlanta business community and just the surrounding Georgia community at large. And so I really think that is indicated based on this mid-career salary after graduation. So imagine yourself about 15 to 20 years after graduation. The average salary for a GSU grad is a little over $90,000 per year. And keep in mind that over 70% of our students receive some form of financial aid. So we're also consistently ranked as one of the top schools for social mobility. We really pride ourselves on giving our students the opportunities that they otherwise might not have. And about 40 years ago, the university realized that Atlanta was quickly becoming the home of the film and TV industry. And so if you're not familiar with that transition, right now there's about a $6 billion film and TV industry right now in the city of Atlanta, and the university want to capitalize on that. So we opened up a state-of-the-art facility called the Creative Media Industries Institute, or what we call the CMII for short. It's a 4-story building across from Woodruff Park that you see in that picture there. It has green screens, CGI technology, 2 virtual reality labs, sound labs, music studios. Everything that you would typically see on a Hollywood film studio is right there on our campus. Our film and media studies students also have access to an on-campus movie theater called Cinefest, which is completely managed by students. And if you're interested in screenwriting, we also host a film festival each spring. And 5 years ago, the university consolidated with what was then the largest 2-year college in the state of Georgia. It was called Perimeter College. And so now we have a community college under the larger university that has 5 different locations across the Atlanta area. So if cost is a big concern for you, you actually have the ability to start off at Perimeter, where the tuition's even cheaper than our main campus in downtown Atlanta. It's a little under $2,000 per semester for an in-state student and roughly about $5,000 per semester for out-of-state student. And all your credits earned at Perimeter can easily transition towards your bachelor's degree once you transition to the downtown campus. As it was kind of mentioned before, we offer a little bit of everything at Georgia State. So there's over 400 different student organizations, everything from Greek sororities and fraternities to intramural sports, special interest clubs. A lot of our students are really involved in community service and giving back to the Atlanta community, which is a big deal at Georgia State. And so you're easily able to join any of these clubs as soon as you set foot on campus. And we also have about 6,000 students living on campus as well. So your campus housing is going to look completely different than any other campus that you typically visit. So for example, a lot of our Greek housing is actually in townhomes instead of traditional style colonial homes. So now let's talk about admissions. This was the admissions profile of our most recently admitted freshman class. I know that's kind of a big range there for GPA. For our fall 2020 freshmen, it's closer to about 3.5. I am happy to announce that we are test optional for this fall 2021. We are not committed just yet to being test optional for next year. So just keep that in mind. And in that right column, you'll see the profile for our honors college, which is a little bit more competitive. There's no separate application that's needed. You typically just submit your common application, and then we accept the top 7% into our honors college. There's lots of scholarship opportunities as well. All these available on our website, and many of the ones in that middle category are automatically awarded once you apply to Georgia State. And make sure you come and visit us. We have lots of virtual event opportunities, and all you have to do is go to welcome.gsu.edu. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Georgia. Up next, we have Temple University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Monica Sobolewski, and I'm actually the Regional Assistant Director of Admissions here at Temple University. Temple is a top-ranked public research institution based in North Philadelphia. As Philadelphia's public research institution, we were really founded on humble roots, and our goals still remain the same today, and that's to provide all of our students access to a world-class education at an affordable price. Temple is a national leader not only in education, but also research as well as healthcare. Temple is a very large urban public school, but we do provide our students with that campus feel and atmosphere as well. Campus is really only about a mile wide by a mile long and kind of just a big square. This is going to allow our students to have that campus atmosphere within a large urban setting as well, which is fantastic. We have about 27,000 undergraduate students, 17 schools and colleges, 12 of those are at the undergraduate level, and 5 of those are at the professional school level. We have a dental school, law school, medical, pharmacy, and a podiatry school as well. We have over 150 different undergraduate majors for our incoming freshmen to choose from. Some popular majors from our incoming freshmen that they enroll into are some business programs, psychology, biology, media studies and production, and journalism. And 2 of our most competitive programs that we would have on our campus would be nursing as well as our musical theater program. If you are admissible to Temple University, you are admissible to most of our programs and most of our majors. Select majors within our Tyler School of Art and Architecture would also require a portfolio review, and then some select majors within our Boyer College of Music and Dance and our musical theater program within Theater, Film, and Media Arts will also require an audition piece with their admission application. We have over 350 different clubs and organizations for our students to get involved in, which will also help you make more connections, not only socially, but as well as professionally. Temple has 19 NCAA Division I athletic teams that we participate in the American Athletic Conference. Our athletics really provide our students such a huge school spirit, whether that be attending a home football game at the Lincoln Financial Field, which is also where the Philadelphia Eagles play, or attending a home basketball game on campus at our Leah Corus Center as well. Research is a really large part of our identity at Temple. We are known as something called an R1 Carnegie Classification Research Institution. We are one of 3 institutions within the Philadelphia area receiving this distinction. So many of our students are participating in research at the undergraduate level through something called our Diamond Research Scholars Program. And that's across any school or college at Temple as well. I think our greatest resource our students have at Temple is our location to the city of Philadelphia. There are 18 Fortune 500 companies within an hour's drive of Philadelphia. And then Philadelphia is also a really prominent hub, not only for arts and culture, but also history, sports, dining and entertainment, transit and travel, as well as education. Our 2 subway stops that we have on campus allow really easy access to not only internships, but also jobs, networking events, just different events that are going throughout the city, and really the ability to immerse yourself within the rich culture that Philadelphia has to offer, especially food. If you're a foodie, Philadelphia is a really great place to be. Experiential learning as well as professional development are definitely ways that our students are growing during their time at Temple. Something called the Philadelphia Experience. This allows our students free or discounted tickets to city landmarks, where professors are also utilizing these city landmarks through their general education courses as part of their curriculum as well. Temple enrolled its most diverse class this past fall semester, where 41% of our incoming class identified as students of color. OWLs are definitely everywhere. In addition to our main campus in North Philadelphia, we have 2 international campuses, one in Rome and one in Japan. Studying abroad and studying away domestically are extremely popular amongst our students. Our Japan campus is actually the oldest foreign university within Japan. Students can spend all 4 years on our Japan campus and never step foot on our main campus in Philadelphia, or do that more traditional route for a summer or a semester away. And then our Rome campus has a brand new first-year entry program, and that's where our students spend their very first year on our Rome campus, and then transition back to our main campus to finish out the remainder of their degree, or again, doing that more traditional study abroad route. In addition, we do have a really strong alumni network consisting of over 340,000 alumni across all 50 states, as well as 143 different countries. When it comes to the application process, we are a Common App exclusive school, and we have 2 deadlines. The first deadline was an early action deadline, and that deadline is November 1st, and you'll hear a decision no later than January 10th. And then our regular decision deadline is February 1st. Those decisions are made on a rolling basis and after all of our early action decisions have been posted, and you usually hear 6 to 8 weeks after you've submitted that application. Required items for a completed application to Temple, there are 3. The first would be the common application. This also includes determining whether you're going to submit your test scores or you're going to apply test optional. Temple has been test optional since 2015, and we will continue to be test optional moving forward. The second thing you'll need for a completed application is your self-reported high school transcript. So we do not need a transcript from your high school counselor. You'll have to go ahead and create something called a TU portal account from an email that we'll send to you after you press submit on that common application. You'll create your TU portal account, and that is where you will submit your self-reported transcripts. Your application will remain incomplete until that portion is done. Lastly, that application fee, or if you qualify for a fee waiver. Once you have submitted once you've submitted your application, completed those self-reported transcripts, all applicants, no matter how you have applied, whether you applied with your test scores or without your test scores, are going to be considered for 3 things. You're going to be considered for acceptance, a merit-based scholarship, and the honors program as well. First-year students that are applying to Temple typically have an average profile of a 3.48 GPA. Those that have submitted test scores have a 1206 SAT and 27 ACT. We do super score SAT. We take the highest composite score for ACT. If you feel that Temple University could potentially be a right fit for you, I definitely encourage you to visit campus and register for one of our campus tours that we do have on-campus tours. And then we also have a lot of virtual options as well for you. I look forward to answering any questions that you might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Temple. Last but not least, we have Life University.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me on. I don't see the share button at the bottom. I'm sorry. It was. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so just to give you a quick introduction of Life University, we're actually a 4-year health science located in Marietta, Georgia, and we focus on, like I said, all health science programs, and we actually are one of the largest Doctor of Chiropractic programs in the US as well. And we focus everything around the vitalistic approach. So meaning that the body itself natural healing itself through the proper nutrition, diet, rest, and exercise. Doesn't mean that we're a school that's against medication. We just try to teach our students through each program that to try to focus on the root problem. And so that way you can fix as far as in whatever's going on with your whatever expert or field that you're working in. And so these are some of our core proficiencies. We also focus on the lasting purpose, which is to give, to do, to love, and to serve. And although we are a four-year school, we do have students that finish within 3 years because we are a quarter system. So our classes are only 10 weeks long. We have the 11th week for finals, and then we give you a 2 to 3 week break in between every quarter too as well. So it allows our students to finish faster, save a lot of time, and also save a lot of money as well. So we are accredited by SACS, just to give you some information about choosing life. And we have a great environment, well-diverse institution as well. We're a 110-acre campus, so you don't have to be too far and going on. Our population is about 3,000 students on campus as well, and that's including all three programs levels. So that's the Doctor of Chiropractic, the undergrad, and also the graduate level. So these are some of our graduate programs that we do offer here for our students, including like 2 associates programs in health and wellness and computer information management. Then we have different unique programs as well, like biopsychology, human ecology, dietetics, which we actually offer our own dietetic internship, where students can go into the clinical nutrition route or go get their master's into dietetics as well, and then come back and do a 10-month internship where you'll be certified as a licensed dietitian. We also have like health coaching, exercise science, nutrition, culinary nutrition as well, which is very hands-on science and math behind cooking as far as in the food that you're preparing. We also have 4 graduate programs, and then like I said, we're the largest in as far as in with the Doctor of Chiropractic. We do have different sports for students we're Division I NAIA, so that way you can participate. We do walk-on tryouts too as well, along with our recruiting system through our athletics department. If you actually go onto our page, then you can see where our Running Eagles link is at www.life.edu. And you click on that, and we have all of our coaches' information, so that way you can always send any additional information or just connect with them to see about being recruited as well. We have club sports and intramural sports that we do participate in throughout the year. To submit as far as in your documentation to be admitted, you just apply online. At the very end of the presentation, I'll have a fee waiver code, so that way you can apply for those who do attend and listen to the video. You send in your official transcripts, whether it's high school or college. If you have more than 24 transferable hours, then we only need your college transcript as well. Technical standards form for the dietetics, nutrition, exercise science program, because they're very hands-on as far as with using the different equipment and the different techniques, so and stuff that you use within the labs. So we do have a technical standards form for that. As of right now, we are test optional as well for the SAT or ACT scores. Although it does not affect your admissions decision, I do recommend students to take it if you can, because of the fact that it does assist with your first year courses that you're placed in as well. And we also offer the AccuPlacer testing here at Life University, or you can take it at any other institution. It's just like the SAT, ACT, just a little bit cheaper. For what my students say, it's a little easier too as well. So you can definitely utilize that. It takes about 2 to 4 weeks to receive a decision. Mainly we can, as far as and get you a decision within 2 weeks. And we require 2.5 GPA, 19 on the ACT. SAT is a 990. All right, this is our on-campus housing that we just built. It's only 3 years old. It's about 40 rooms as far as in per hall, and 20 bathrooms per hall as well. 2 floors are co-ed, 1 floor is all female, 1 floor is all male. You have the option, and we do a compatible testing to make sure that we prepare you with the right roommate if you don't have someone in mind that's attending the institution with you. So we have private rooms as well, and we also have double rooms if you prefer a roommate. So you do have the option of choosing that also. And the cafeteria is located right within the dormitory, which you're given a meal plan. The Common 120 is what we give students, 120 swipes. And then we also give you $350 in Eagle Bucks. So you do have exceptions if you don't want to live on campus, because we are a quarter system school. It is mandatory for first-time freshmen to live on campus for the first at least 3 quarters. After that, you can opt out or choose to try to live in our Village Retreat, which is more of an apartment complex on campus, or we can assist you with off-campus housing, living or roommate style if you, as far as they meet with students in apartments. But these are some of the accommodations, some of the exemptions, excuse me, that you can actually utilize to say, hey, you know, I don't want to live on campus, I'm okay with commuting, then that could be a choice too as well. All right, this is our tuition, and we're actually ranked in the top 10 of most affordable private institutions in the US. So we do branch off that. So it's about a little over 12,000 a year. If you're including housing and room and board, then you're looking at probably about 21,000 a year too as well. Of course, every year our academic year is from July until June. So tuition will increase a little bit as well, and we will have the information shortly. But the 22,000 is with room and board and meals as well. All right, and like I said, no SAT or ACT scores are required at the moment, but it does help. So just complete your file. Once you consider all your tests, your information, your transcripts, then we do evaluate you, and you will be in contact with the student advisor throughout time. You can visit the campus with our Eagle Madness, or you can come schedule a tour with us. That's totally not a problem, whether it's you want it by a student or you can have it by one of the admissions counselors. That's an option for you too as well. All right, this is my information on the back, and also have one of my coworkers as a backup as well. And then these are the fee waiver codes in which I will send the information to as well, so that way you guys can have it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Life University. At this time, this concludes our virtual event for tonight. As you exit our session, you will be presented with a short survey. Please complete it. Your feedback allows us to improve our programming. You can also sign up for more sessions like this on our website, and the recording for tonight's event will be available online at strivescan.com/probe. Thank you again for joining us, and best of luck on your college search.